everyone, and welcome to another episode of Into the Music. My name is Greg. That guy over there, my buddy, Chris. Chris, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. I really am. I'm really
Cool.
excited for another song.
All
I'm
right.
hearing that I think it's another coffee request, right? There
Yeah.
seems to be, a lot of that, which is great.
There's a lot of
Coffee
that lately. Yeah.
and good music. So, for the most part, right? So let's see if we can keep that going today with this one.
All right. I think you'll probably like this song. I know you like this band. It's Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
and the name of the song is "There She Goes, My Beautiful World." And this is, like you said, a coffee request, and the request is from Irish Paul, and we've done his request before. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Oh wait, since you know this band, have you
I
heard this
know.
song?
No, I don't know this song. I
Okay.
mean, I
Oh,
definitely
cool.
made sure, and I don't know the song. Yeah. I mean, unless it's one of those when I hear the first notes, but
Mhm.
you know, I don't know. It's a unique title. You would think that I would know that, right? Anyway, so let
Yeah.
me go check it out, and I'm excited because I really do like his voice. His voice is
Okay.
great. Yeah. All right, cool.
The winter green, the juniper, the cornflower and the chicory. Well, all of the words you said to me are still vibrating in my ear. The elmy ash and the linden tree, the dark and deep enchanted sea, the trembling moon and the stars unfurled. Well, there she goes, my beautiful world. 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 There she goes again. John Wilmot penned his poetry, riddled with a parts. And Nabokov wrote on index cards a lectern in his socks. St. John of the Cross.
There's some instrument that's just really just driving this song. You have a nice kind of piano that's coming in, um, the drums, the bass, they're all doing the thing, but there's something in the background. I'm trying to get that. It's like a fast strumming acoustic guitar and it's just going. I don't know, it's just driving the song. Like the unsung hero, but I'm hearing it. This thing is moving, man. I like this. Let me bring it back a little bit. How long is it? All right. This is cool. I like Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds.
John Wilmot penned his poetry, riddled with a parts. And Nabokov wrote on index cards a lectern in his socks. St. John of the Cross, he did his best stuff in prison in a box. And Johnny Thunders was half alive when he wrote Chinese rhymes. Oh, me, I'm lying here, nothing in my ears. Me, I'm lying here, with nothing in my ears. Me, I'm lying here, for what seems years. Somebody on my bed, with nothing in my head. Say you're stepping down to me, say you're stepping down to me, say you're stepping down to me, say you're stepping down. There she goes, my beautiful world. There she goes, my beautiful world. There she goes, my beautiful world. There she goes
I'm loving this song.
Old Karl Marx squeezed his carbuncles while riding Das Kapital. And Gauguin, he bugged off, man, and he went all tropical. And Philip Larkin, he stuck it out in a library in Hull. And Dylan Thomas, he died drunk in St. Vincent's Hospital. get on your feet, brother, and blow it. And if you got a field that don't yield, well, get up now and hoe it. I look at you, you look at me, and deep in our hearts, babe, we're knowing that you weren't much of a muse, but then I weren't much of a poet. Be your slave, I'll give you grades, up on your pedestal with your Aryan your book of ideals, your alchemy. Oh, come on, send that stuff down to me, 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 send it down to me, send it all around, send it all around the world. Here she comes, my beautiful girl. There she goes, my beautiful world. There she goes, my beautiful world. There she goes, there she goes, there she goes, there she goes, my beautiful world. There she goes, my beautiful world. There she goes, my beautiful world. There she goes.
A masterpiece. Brilliance. I freaking loved it. Loved it. Wow.
So,
Yeah. I just loved this song. I loved it.
really, all right, okay,
Loved it.
cool.
A lot of their songs, stuff that I have listened to, it's kind of gets involved. It's kind of a very sort of abstract, artish like, there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of changes. They don't want to do anything that is like or anything close to even being sniffing, looking, feeling like normal. They want to like, all the songs are like challenges, all these little changes and this one is like kind of straightforward. It rocks, it soars. There's a lot of open space to it. It's kind of, you hear me say that a lot in songs that I like. There is something about, you just open up, just open up path, for that melody and for, the band, the music just kicking in and moving and grooving and just moving. I'm a sucker for that, and this band was doing it. So that was even more. I just loved it, his voice is fantastic. And every time he was like, there she goes, my beautiful world, and it just, belting it out. And I think you had the background singers who were coming in and just sort of lifting that up even higher, to new heights. The beginning was really cool. There was like a busy instrument in the background in the beginning, and I wrote that. But then, like, as the song was going on, like I would hear it. I didn't know if it was the piano, if it was an acoustic guitar. There was something that was like, it's just busy, it's just banging, in the background. I didn't know if it was percussion, if it was acoustic that was kind of acting, sounding like a percussion. Piano, it could have been a multitude of sort of instruments. I don't know. But the way that was in the background, that was kind of like that extra support for the just movement of the song. I thought that was brilliant, just fantastic. Yeah. The piano was going crazy. The groove, it was just such a groove. There was a couple of lines in here. I really couldn't tell you really what the song's about. He sang something like, if you got a trumpet, get on your feet, brother, and blow it. I thought that was pretty, for some reason, those lines stuck out. Yeah. So great. I can't believe I never heard the song. But then that makes me a happy man today, It's just
And
that's the way I look at things, like I'm discovering great music, and even if it's people, bands, artists that I have known for a while, you know, it's just like open up and just like, oh, brand, like, okay, I like opening up presents on Christmas Day, right? I mean, I like that, right? I mean, so the fact that I'm opening this up for the first time, for someone that I really like a lot, hey man, it doesn't get better than that.
Mhm.
So there you go.
Do you have so you weren't you were just going by what words you could make out from hearing it, not
Yeah, yeah.
the lyrics.
Oh, those
Okay.
lines, is that line in there?
No, you got
That's
that
what-
right.
Oh,
You got that
it's like,
right.
you got that.
I don't mean to worry you.
He said, I love
no,
you
I'm just
so
wondering.
much.
I'm just wondering if you heard enough to have an idea what the song might be about.
No, because now I'm thinking, just by you saying that, it sounds like it's a real whopper of a sort of meaning behind the song, right? And you're
Well,
just,
you were talking about a certain depth earlier, I think, to their music.
oh yeah, yeah.
And the subject matter, I think you were talking about the subject matter too, right?
Well, yeah, everything.
Okay,
You get stuff out of their songs, man.
Yeah.
You got to be paying attention. Yeah.
So this is what impressed me was well, first of all, it looks like this song's about having writer's block, and
Oh wow.
yeah. So when he says there she goes, my beautiful world, I'm thinking that means like my whole world where my imagination just kind of disappeared, man. And trying to get it back, and the frustration of trying to get that back. So he's talking about the creative process. And I'm reading. Okay, one of the lines is John Wilmot penned his poetry riddled with the pox. Now, I'm like, John Wilmot, I know that name. I swear to God, I had a whole semester of an English class where half of the semester we covered nothing but his poetry. John Wilmot, he was the Earl of Rochester, right?
Okay.
And they're saying in the song, he wrote his poetry when he was riddled with the pox, which was syphilis, and he had syphilis. And one of his famous poems was the disabled debauchee, and that was him, because he used to basically screw around so much. There's a hell of a lot of like I guess you call it illicit sex in the late 1600s in England. So he was dying from it basis and so he wrote some of his most famous poetry while he had that, and so this is funny to me because I have never heard a reference to this guy in anywhere, the books or anything.
That's wild.
So what
man.
he's doing is he's listing like what these different artists, how they created their stuff under certain conditions or how they did it. So he's talking about John Wilmot. Then he says Nabokov wrote on index cards at a lectern in his socks. Okay. Nabokov, Lolita and so on. And it even says Johnny Thunders was half alive when he wrote Chinese Rocks. So
that's real interesting, man.
Yeah, and even talks about Karl Marx squeezed his carbuncles while writing Das Kapital. So talks about Gauguin, Philip Larkin, Dylan Thomas. So I thought it was really cool that there's all these references to these historical figures, these both political and artistic figures, artist figures. I just liked that you don't get that many.
Me too.
Rock songs where they're really referring to that to those people, like where it's a learned kind of thing and also kind of rocking, you know what I mean?
That's why Nick Cave, that's another reason why he's so damn interesting. Such an interesting
he takes on some pretty heavy issues, doesn't he?
Definitely, such a creative process for him, and that band.
I wanted to learn more of his stuff. Like I started watching that show Peaky Blinders where they play some Nick Cave stuff, and the theme song is a Nick Cave song. So that really piqued my interest. I knew of him and but I didn't really know any of the songs. And then I thought, I want to discover more, but then I realized, well, maybe I'll be reacting to some of this stuff. So I got to hold off on it.
I don't know that show. Yeah, Peaky Blinders. No.
I
Yeah.
can't remember the name of the. Right, red hand or something, red right hand or something like that, and that's the theme song.
Okay.
Oh, and then they play on one episode they played an Arctic Monkeys version of the same song. So maybe at some point we can review that song. I'll have you listen to that and react to it.
Oh, yeah. Because there is a
It's Red Right Hand, I believe. Yeah.
because I think there's a Western movie that Nick Cave he wrote the music for, and it was The Proposition. Yeah, The Proposition was
Proposition?
2005 Proposition. Yeah, I think it was an Australian film. I believe. Yep, Australian Western film, and Nick Cave wrote the music, the soundtrack, and I have a couple of songs on my iPod from that film. Really interesting, a lot different than the music that he's known for with the Bad
Mhm.
Seeds. It's just an all around, um, just wide ranging creative artist with the music. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So
Cool.
cool, and his voice is so trademark. It really is.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of people sound like him. So
That's true.
it's kind of interesting, and it's really funny because a lot of people they have a real strong following, but I would say that they're not like mass, to the masses out there, right? I don't think they have that real mass appeal, but I think they have a real strong.
More of a cult following kind of.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? I like that. Sometimes I think that's good. And I think they're fine with it too. So yeah, cool. I really enjoyed this, man. And this
Cool.
was I wrote it down, right? Irish Paul. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Irish Paul. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
And Chris, you have a good day, good night, and to everyone out there, hit the good buttons, as Chris would say, and we'll see every one of you on the next episode of Into the Music.